what's up? Welcome back to my channel. All right, so today we are going to talk about me getting canceled. Well, not in the term that we are used to people getting canceled, like obviously I'm still here, but I had an interesting interaction yesterday on Facebook, no surprise. And I kind of wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to get your opinion on this because frankly, I'm so over it. I am so over it. So let me tell you what happened. So I posted or reposted I thought it was a really, really funny video from Damani Felder. If you don't follow him on Instagram or TikTok, you have to follow him. He is an amazing, I say he's an amazing person in general, but I mean, he is so funny. And he has really found a way to get across political messages with humor, which I feel like it is the best way to do it. And occasionally, you know, he takes a couple jabs here and there, but he always does it with humor. So anyways, he posted a really funny video, which I'll like insert a little clip of it here. And then I'll try to put a link in the description box to his Instagram so that you guys can follow him, because he's also getting shadow banned like I am and I was. So, you know, we need to support him. So if you are conservative, if you kind of enjoy hearing both views, if you enjoy funny stuff, follow Damani. He's amazing. Okay, so enough of that. He posted this funny video and I reposted it on Facebook. And basically it was a video making fun of the fact that Joe Biden made a comment that Blacks and Hispanics were essentially not smart enough to maneuver the internet to find COVID vaccination locations, which was a completely absurd comment to make, but nonetheless, you know, just added to the list of absurd comments that Joe Biden makes. And so he made a video making fun of it called like the PDA, Personal Democrat Assistant or something like that. And so it was basically like an assistant that would tell you all the things as a Black person that you need to know, you know, like how to maneuver the internet, how to order food. And he like inserted a meme. You'll see in the video that I'm going to put in here in just a second. And then also like what to be offended about. And somebody on my Facebook page had a comment about it. So let me roll the video clip for you really quick so you can watch this and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Minorities, do you struggle with basic tasks like getting on the internet? Is doing everyday things wearing you down? Well, struggle no more with our latest invention. Introducing the Personal Democrat Assistant. From the creators of True International Pressure, the PDA will help you accomplish the most basic tasks so you can spend more time accusing white people of being racist. Can't understand how to use the internet? It has your back. Can't pick which ethnic group to attack? No worries. Can't decide what to eat for dinner? It knows exactly what you like. We guarantee you'll love your new PDA. Order now, we'll include an inspirational voice message from our CEO.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Don't miss out on this special deal. Call 1-800-UAN-TBLK to get your PDA today. That's 1-800-UAN-TBLK. Call now.
All right, so you saw, I thought it was a hilarious video, but this particular person didn't think so. In fact, their initial comment to me was, "This is unacceptable," I think it was. Now, I say I think because I tried to go back to actually pull the full conversation so that I could make sure that I was reiterating it to you guys correctly, but they unfriended me. They canceled me. So I couldn't see the conversation anymore because it was gone. Okay, so I don't know if that means that they blocked me or what they did, but whatever. It's really, really sad. I actually really like this person. This is somebody that I know. He is gay and his husband, I think they're married. I'm not sure. They're in a relationship for a long time. His partner, two really amazing people who I greatly respect. And, you know, it was sad that like we couldn't have a conversation. We couldn't have a disagreement without him getting so upset that he felt like he needed to unfriend me. But nevertheless, it is what it is. You know, I didn't unfriend him. He unfriended me. But if you are watching my videos, which I think he does maybe watch some of my videos, please know I still have great love for you, regardless of whether we disagree or not. But I had to make this video to talk about it because you clearly didn't want to talk about it. You blocked me. So in essence, we had an exchange back and forth. And I said, I'm confused about why this is unacceptable. The person you should be mad at is Joe Biden because he's the one that made the comment. So then he responded back to me and he said, well, it's unacceptable that he says it and it's unacceptable that it gets made fun of. And then I responded back, well, why is it okay for some people to do it and other people not to do it? He also made mention of like when people use racial slurs. And I said, okay, well, how come it's okay when rappers and singers use racial slurs? They use it in movies, they use it in comedy skits, but yet people don't get offended by that, right? People don't get canceled by that because it's the right person saying it. You know, we've all heard people say, well, Black people can use the N-word because we're taking the power back from the white man, which is a completely absurd argument, okay? I know Black people who don't use the N-word, don't feel like they need to use the N-word, and are offended by people who use the N-word for the same reason that I am. I'm not okay with it. I don't agree when anybody uses it for whatever reason. It is tied to, racism. It's tied to a period in our society that, wasn't a good period. And I don't care how you use it. You're not spinning that word to make it positive no matter what. That's my opinion, right? So anyways, we went back and forth and the conversation was a lot longer than what I am, reiterating to you. But again, I'm just kind of going off my memory. But here's the thing about it, you guys. This is what makes me so angry, is that why is it okay for Joe Biden to say the things that he says? And he's not just saying them recently, okay? He's made the comment about you're not Black if you don't vote for me. He has given the eulogy at a Klans member's funeral and has stated that that person was his mentor, okay? He recently used the N-word, okay, in some little speech that he was doing. You know what? Let me insert that really quick so you guys can hear that as well. I'll be right back. Watch this clip.
Range of challenges Europe and the United States must take on together is broad and complex. And I'm eager to hear next.
Okay, so you saw that. He clearly used the N-word, whether it was a slip or whatever it was. Had that been President Trump, had that been anybody else on the right, they would have been slammed. So, I go back to the argument, and it's not even an argument. This is just my flat out opinion that it's so hypocritical, the standard that we hold our leaders, our celebrities, whoever on the left, in comparison to how we hold people on the right to those types of standards, okay? It's completely different. Another example, okay, the Gorilla Glue girl. I got comments on there, not a lot, but like I had other people like on my social media, not so much on the video, telling me, oh my gosh, you're being so insensitive. Like you don't understand the struggle that Black girls go through with their hair. Listen just a second, okay? I'm not a Black girl, but I have very thick, curly, kinky hair. It doesn't dry straight. I have huge hair, okay? Huge hair. I've always struggled with my hair, so much so that when I was younger and I lived in California, swimming was part of our physical education. And I remember I had that class first period. And because I was so insecure about my hair and I didn't have like that, the hair that dried straight and perfect like some girls did, I brought a spray bottle to school every day just to keep my hair sopping wet so that it wouldn't dry up and get frizzy. My nickname in high school was Mofro, okay? Because I had this huge fro, like of hair. And I'm Puerto Rican, so, we have all different types of textures of hair, but my hair just happens to be that texture. So, it makes me mad that people just totally assume that because their skin is Black, they struggle with their hair and nobody else does. A lot of people struggle with their hair. I was watching The Real, and they were talking about the same thing on there. Society loves to make fun of Black girls. They don't understand the struggle with our hair, the pressure that we're under. And then just this morning, I'm scrolling through YouTube and I see a clip from SNL just a few days ago doing a whole skit with nothing but Black people in that skit, making fun of the Gorilla Glue girl. And all of them had their hair all crazy and they were making fun of her using it and this, that, and the other. So people were laughing at that. They thought that was hilarious and that's okay. But if white people, if that were to have been a skit with white people making fun of it, it wouldn't have been okay. So my point in saying this is why we can't get anywhere. If something is going to offend you, it has to really offend you across all levels. It has to truly be something that you're not okay with, no matter whose mouth it's coming out of. Okay? We have allowed this, back and forth for years and years and years. And this is why we can't get anywhere, because people are super confused. Is it okay? Is it not okay? Oh, a rapper makes a song with the N-word, but if I'm a white person at a concert, I need to skip over that word because I can't say it, but yet you're putting it in a song, but I can't sing along to it. What kind of sense does that make? It's just stupid and it's hypocritical. And it's not getting us anywhere. Then you have the Coca-Cola company, okay, that is putting together a whole training for their employees on how to be less white. That is offensive to white people. But yet they're not allowed to be offended by that. No, because they're white. The only people allowed to be offended these days are I'm going to say are Black people, okay? Because honestly, I'm Hispanic. I'm in the Hispanic community. And I'm not hearing us getting offended by every little thing. This person in my Facebook comments even said it's offensive when people refer to them as the Blacks and the Hispanics. And I responded and I said, well, I am a Hispanic and I'm not offended by somebody saying the Hispanics. I could care less. You know why I could care less? Because I don't depend on society to tell me what I'm worth. I don't depend on society to tell me who I am. The amount of melanin in my skin or lack thereof doesn't define me. Okay? So I think people need to mentally heal from this narrative that they tell themselves that everything that offends you is because of your skin color. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not I could care if somebody. Listen, I'm Puerto Rican and I can't tell you how many times when people hear that I'm Hispanic say, oh, well, I really love enchiladas. Okay, well, we don't make enchiladas in Puerto Rico. That's not a Puerto Rican thing. That's a Mexican thing. Okay. Oh, I love salsa. We don't do salsa in Puerto Rico. Okay. I'm half Argentine. We do chimichurri. That's about as close to salsa as you are going to get, but we don't put it on chips. We put it on steak and meats and things like that, okay? But I don't get offended. It's just people not knowing any better. I educate them. I tell them, hey, listen, in Puerto Rico, we don't do enchiladas, but, if you need a good, sofrito recipe, arroz con pollo, I got you. But, I think you choose to be offended. So at any rate, I just want to say to the person on my Facebook that canceled me, that blocked me, that unfriended me. Why are you unfriending me? Like, my thought is, you've known me for a long time through your partner. You guys know me as a person, and number one, that I'm not racist. Number two, that I am the most giving person ever, that I love you both, that I've always respected your relationship. So why would you cancel me because of a conversation we were having or a disagreement? It's okay to disagree. It's okay to see differently. You don't define who I am. Now, the other thing is if you do disagree with somebody, try to logically state your opinion or, whatever side you're on to maybe help that person see things in a different way. You might be surprised. They may say, you know what? I see why you see things that way. But just flat out shutting people out, canceling them, muting them, blocking them is so childish and inappropriate, and we're never going to get anywhere. You can't cancel everybody. You can't. It's not possible. Number one, there's always going to be idiots. There's always going to be people who are insensitive and cruel and racist. That's always going to exist. Evil is always going to exist, okay? But you're never going to be a happy person if you're only searching for the group of people that think and act exactly the way you think and act. Okay, it just doesn't make sense. At any rate, let me know what you guys think in the comments box below. I am sure everybody has had an experience like this, especially now. I get comments all the time. I even get emails all the time from people asking me for advice on how they deal with family members or kids who are completely opposite views of them. And my answer is always this, lead with love as much as you can. Try to be respectful when you are stating your opinion. And if you're aware that somebody is not going to be receptive to your way of thinking or even hearing your opinion, then just don't talk about it. Just don't talk about it. But I was on my Facebook page. I was putting something on my storyline, okay? You chose to comment. You chose to get offended. It is what it is. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and definitely share it. Also, don't forget to go to my website at letstalkdarling.com. Scroll on up to the top and follow me on all my social media platforms. Then scroll on down to the bottom and make sure to enter your email address so we can stay in contact and I can send you exclusive stuff I don't put on social media. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a good one. Bye-bye.